YouTube, good morning. This is Terrence Ray. I'm back after about a week hiatus. Took a little trip to Miami last week. Had a good time. Um, I'm back. Gonna talk about this scalp I had this morning, and I'm gonna give you my hot take on something that I think is real stupid. Right after the buffer. All right. Right now we got the now it's kind it looks like the we did have a quick sell off this morning. Let's see if I can hide these drawings. This morning we had a little sell off, and I'll show you. I only made like one little scalp today. I shorted the Russell, or what you would call like the micro mini Russell, a little $95 scalp. I don't know, it's only like $5 a tick. So I guess that was maybe like 20 handles almost, something like that, 18, 19. But this morning we had, as you can see, that the market has rebounded a little bit. I think we had a jobs report that came out around 8:30, something like that. And I got short and did a little scalp and then got out. Um I don't think the market would continue to go down, because right now you see that the Russell is green on a day. And one of my markers, one of the things that I use is the small caps or the mid caps, which is the Russell. So I watch them. They tend to be a little bit more volatile. Sometimes it's the Nasdaq, but I kind of look at the Russell, and wherever the Russell is leading, then I kind of look for the S&P or the rest of the market to follow. So as you can see, the S&P futures are still down, maybe a quarter of a percent. The Nasdaq futures are down maybe half a percent. You got the Dow futures down, but the Russell futures are up. So and we have the bonds down. So which leads me to believe that the market will continue, or if not go up more, maybe stay sideways, right? Maybe we'll get have like an inside day or something like that. We got gold is down. If we come look at the gold chart, you see it's down, testing this area right here at this moving average. The moving average that I use is the Wilder's smoothing moving average. And you can just come up here and click on indicators. I don't think you can see it. Because of the way I got the setup. But if you come up here on indicators and you can click on it, and you can come down and select Wilder's smoothing moving average. Same thing right here on the you can see I got the utility label for the RSI. So it just shows me up here where the RSI would be if I had the chart up. So it's right at 55. So which is right here around the smoothing, the Wilder's moving average right here. So we see gold back testing this area. And then we got Bitcoin basically flat. It's up like what, $65, which is flat for Bitcoin. Oil is up almost 2%. So we got oil making a move after being beat. Oil has been beaten down pretty good. I'm gonna pull up the MACD just to look and see what it looks like. Um, I don't really see any divergence. It's possible that you could get the momentum to turn up, and if I got the MACD to at least turn like it's getting ready to come up, then maybe you could get long here after the market being down, something like that. We got the financials. The XLF is up on the day. We got the XLE up, which is energy, which is going to pretty much track oil. So with that being said, for me, and you can see it like it came down here to this little area where the gap is, and then we found support here, and it's back in the area again, and we found support again. So this just looks like, to me, If you didn't catch that big move this morning to the downside, then now we might have an inside day. We got a Then I think the next big catalyst for the market may be whatever's going on with China, geopolitically, to get us a big move in the market. Other than that, I don't see us getting a large move until something happens there. If we take a look at the SPX, the option market for the S&P 500, we'll see that we're right up here into this area where we had previous consolidation, right? So with that being said, it could either, I do think that at some point we'll break through this and we'll continue up. I may have some Fibonacci zones already on here. Um, these are Now these right here, what you see are on the weekly. So if I come out the weekly and go 3 years, you'll see I drew from the low of the pandemic to the high. And you see we came down in this area right here, and then we took a bounce up. So it does look like it possibly could continue on and move forward. But what I do want to take a look at now, I draw these levels in, and I'll probably draw these in later on today, or even before the market closes today, for my weekly expected move for next week. I don't even think I did it last week because I was out of town, but I'll draw these in. So right now, I'll show you what I mean by that. I'll come to the option chain, click on trade. I'm going to come to the table up here. That's going to bring up the option chain for the SPX. And then if I go out 7 days from today, which would be next Friday, you can see we got an $83 right now expected move. So all I'm going to do is then make those lines on that screen on the chart, 83 up and 83 down. And then I'll try to, you know, make trades around that range. But what I do like is we got a sell off in the bonds. Now, overall, excuse me, I've been long the bonds um as a bias anyway. I've actually been long the bonds um in my long-term portfolio. I own the TLT. You can see I have a level up here, up around 128, where I, kind of think that it's going to go. And that 128 level will coincide with this gap right here. So we can see that way back in March 22nd, we had this low, it bounced back up, came back here, we got a wick here, back up, and then we got this level and it gapped down right here. So this little level right here, I'm going to I'm going to highlight it. Let's do something like this. I'm going to come here. It looks like the start of it. Come over. And you can see that this kind of coincides with my Fibonacci, with my fibs. It just so happened. So I feel that, or I think anyway, that the TLT will continue to go up till we hit that range, and then I'll have to make some other assessment. So what's something that we could do, or that I could do, if I want to trade my bias? Like if I want to trade, now you could always just buy shares and then and hold them. And you pretty much, if you bought shares and, like, let's say you placed a stop down here below 108, like a $8 stop, and maybe you put like a take profit up here at, I would say, maybe instead of 128, I probably would do like 127 or 127.50, something like that. That's like a 1-to-1. So you could make that move and do it that way. I'd rather play it with an option. So let's go to the option chain and let's put on a trade. I seen this morning, but I said, well, I'll wait and do it. So what I'm going to do is do a put spread. Put spread. I'm going to sell a put spread. I'm going to take in a credit and get long. If I were to buy a put spread, then I would be getting short, like taking a bet on the market going down. But instead, I'm gonna while the market is going down, I'm gonna try to sell into that. So let's see. Now, ordinarily, I would come to. I'm gonna do this trade anyway, right? But I would come to. I like to come to the hourly and then look. And on the hourly, as we can see, the RSI right here is at 32, and at 30, it becomes oversold once it gets below 30. And on the Tastyworks platform, you would see this right over here. This label would become red once it gets down to 30, either 30 or below 30, and you'll see it go red. So I'm right there at my level where I would like to, and I got a gap right here. I gotta, just the way I think, just the way I look at trading, I believe that at some point it will fill that gap, right? And we're already down $3 on the day. So I would like to, we got an IV rank of 45, which is pretty good for premium selling. Anything over 30. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna go to the 42 day, and let's see what we can do. Maybe somewhere right around, let's try the 30, let's try the 32 delta. So I would sell this right here at the 113 strike. I'm maybe gonna do a $5 wide. I don't think I'm gonna collect enough. So I'm basically collecting a buck. I want a little bit more juice, just me. So I'm gonna come move it up. 123. That's a little bit more. Excuse me. That's a little bit more like it. If I came to 115, sold the 115, bought the 110. That may be more what I do. I want to take in a little bit more premium, maybe get a little bit more aggressive. Um, so I'm selling the 42 Delta. Um, I'm gonna sell the 115, buy the 110. Being as that we're down $3 already on the day. Now it could go down further. Obviously, here's this gap right here, and that gap is right at 115. So that's where I'm going to make my stake. And I'm going to take in 148 credit. So I'm risking 352 to make 148. You may say, like, yeah, I'm risking more to make less for the most part. But to just collect 50% of this, I got a 76% chance of making 50% profit on this. So I like that. I like those. I like the pot odds are in my favor. So instead of coming in at 147, I'm gonna set this for 150 and see what happens when I work it. And let's see. Didn't I get filled? I'm gonna replace it. Let's try 148. Nothing. It's probably gonna have to come right in at the 147. Let's see what happens. Because I'm right there at the mid price. And I kind of want to get filled and not have to wait. I'm gonna give up a buck. Let's see. At 146. Look like the market's bouncing. I probably could leave it there. I'll leave it there and then I'll come back to it. And let's see what when I give my hot take. We'll sit there and we'll sit right there and leave the screen here. But one of the things that I want to talk about, and this is a little bit different than what I normally do on the show. And I was watching Tasty Trade this morning, and one of the personalities on there, um, she brought up a story where they was talking about Cracker Barrel. And so Cracker Barrel is announced that they're going to offer a, I think like the the meatless, I don't know exactly. Let me see. I got it pulled up on my phone. The Impossible Sausage. I'm reading from the USA Today. It says, "Is the Cracker Barrel menu getting woke? Meat eaters rage on Facebook over addition of Impossible Sausage." So me reading this is saying the addition of Impossible Sausage, right? So it's not saying that you won't have the option of getting something else. Just reading the headline, it says the addition. So they're going to add another option. Like, how is that? And I think that let's like looking at this article, like maybe the title is written in a way to maybe um, get a rise out of people. But if you don't want it, then you just don't eat it. But based on the article, like I'm watching, it says Cracker Barrel is now serving plant-based sausages. Meat eaters aren't having it. People were literally like going on social media and saying stuff like sending like crazy messages. I'm reading one right now. You can take my pork sausage when you pry it from my cold dead hands. you know, and then another one like, "Don't tread on my pork." Like, they're not saying that you can't eat pork. They're just saying that they're adding another option to the menu. So you're free to eat and, to do what you want. You don't have to while I'm talking, I'm working this order. It looks like it's bouncing and I'm not able to get in. I really don't like giving up. I've already given up $5 to get in this trade. Let's see. Come down to 142. This is horrible. You know what? Yeah, I got feel. I was just about to go back to where I was. So, field on that TLT put spread. All right, let's go back to what I was talking about. So, I just don't understand like why people would be outraged or upset because a restaurant is like that. That doesn't sound like, I do understand people being upset about the so-called like being too woke and things of that nature, but I don't understand being upset because they added an option that you don't have to choose. You can still eat what you want, right? And if you don't want that, then just don't order it. Don't take a lot of time out of your day and to go on social media to be upset. Don't allow something like that to knock you off your square and to upset you. People are really upset about it. Um you know, we got we got bigger fish to fry in life, than that. So I just think that I think that people just need to take a breather, take a break, and not to take things so personal, especially something like that. I do think um that this may be like the straw on top of the straw on top of the straw. But this is just something like just adding another option for people to choose to eat. Like, this ain't something that I would take personally, to take time out of to be upset about. There are some issues that's going on in society that that may that we can take on, right? This isn't a battle that I wouldn't even care. If you like Cracker Barrel, now I don't know the history of Cracker Barrel like that. I hadn't really looked into it. I've eaten there before and the food was okay to me. Like, as far as like breakfast wise, I had, you know, it's been okay to me. I actually, to be honest with you, I've liked it. I like it. the few times that I've been. So, you know, but hey, if you don't like it, you don't want to eat it, just don't eat it. I don't think like sausage can be woke. I think we throw around that term a little bit too loosely. And I think people just need to, just take a little um take a breather and go somewhere else. Try another place if that's the case. But some of the comments, if you Google the article and read some, I'm not gonna read all these comments, man. People on there tripping. And I'm like, man, where you got time to go on there and blast about some sausage? You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, just don't order it. But then, that's just my take, right? Like, I've been saying for like the past year or two, oh no, ever since the pandemic started, it seems like we've been in one long episode of the Twilight Zone, right? I said that to my wife. I was like, it's just like a never-ending episode of the Twilight Zone. It just, soon as you done with this, something else stupid comes along, and then people just, it seemed like people acting, uh, getting people are, in my honest opinion, man, I do feel like the majority of people on this planet are stupid. I don't even know, like, and maybe I'll get some unsubscribe. People will unsubscribe to me or whatever. I'm at the point now where, be honest with you, I don't even care. I'm just gonna be me, and I do think that the majority of the people on this planet are stupid. I want to say it again. If you upset about them putting uh, a different type of sausage patty on a menu, you stupid. Just don't eat it. Go find something else that you like and then eat it. You know, that's just my take. But hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you don't like my take, comment in the section. Comment, give your opinion or whatever, right? I promise you I won't be upset. It's just an opinion. We're entitled to have them. So, but if you like the trade, if you got another trade, if you think, now you see the market has come down about 20 cents since I gave up those 5 pennies to get in that trade. All right. If I hadn't given up that five to get in, I probably could have got in right now at 148. I probably should have just sat tight, but I wanted to get the trade on during the show. So I kind of moved it around a little bit, but that's okay. Once again, I sold a put spread. We come in here and take a look at it. I'm short the 115. I'm long 110. We need the market to go up, or it can stay and go kind of sideways, right? I have a bullish sentiment on the TLT, and that's how I'm expressing my bullish sentiment. And then once again, we sold a put spread. If you want to see me go over that and do it, talk about it more in depth, comment and let me know. And with that, I'm out, guys. Peace.